order. If you would, bow your head. Our Heavenly Father, we thank you for all the gifts that we receive from you. We ask that you watch over the men and women who serve in our armed forces, as well as all emergency responders. And at this time, I would ask a special blessing on OPD Officer Morris and his family and all of those who were concerned in that tragic event. I ask for wisdom and understanding for this court. Grant us humility in our everyday life and give us the courage to make right decisions for our Daviess County community. We ask all those things in your name. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, and once again I want to welcome everyone to our October 18, 2018 Daviess County Fiscal Court meeting. I might, Commissioners, as I look out in the audience, we have Jailer Mattingly with us. I know he's not on the agenda, but I would ask that your indulgence after we hear from the Mark Calitri and the CVB, if we wouldn't give Jailer Mattingly just a few minutes to tell us what's going on out at the jail, because I think he has some pretty good news for us. Is that everybody okay with that?
Yes.
All right, Jenny.
Item 1, consideration for presentation. A, presentation by Owensboro-Daviess County Convention and Visitors Bureau CEO Mark Calitri.
Mark, the mic is yours.
Thank you. Judge and Commissioners, thanks for allowing me a few moments. It's been a very busy few months we've had. Big weekend coming up with the Bluegrass Hall of Fame opening up, so a lot of things going on there. Starting tonight, and then tomorrow, what's exciting for us is we have a group of international travel writers from Europe coming in. So we're going to be entertaining them. They're going to be traveling throughout Daviess County throughout the weekend. Friday night they'll be at Moonlight, or Friday night they'll be at Miller House. Saturday they'll be at O.Z. Tyler traveling, doing different things, and then Saturday night at Moonlight. So all over. So that's really exciting. Those people represent about 5 million people in readership, so that's exciting. We also have this tourism commissioner coming in tonight as well, so they're going to be promoting the heck out of this at the state level. So that's seems like we're getting a lot of press.
Okay.
Second of all, the finances so far have been really strong for us. We're controlling our expenses. We've had a couple of little bumps in the road.
I imagine the water line break caused somewhat of a little hiccup there with people having to cancel hotel reservations and those kinds of things.
It did, and I was going to lead up to that. You took the wind.
I don't mean to steal your thunder or I don't mean to carry the water for you.
We did have a wet spring though, so that did kind of slow things down for us in the spring, and then we had the wet July. And the irony of the thing, we had a convention, was the water convention was in when it happened. So that's just the way it happens. So those things have kind of slowed us down just a little bit on the income side, but one thing we are trying to do now is ramp up more of our sales approach and trying to shake more hands, meet more people, and especially on that convention side, on the statewide convention. So we're really attacking those very hard. Part of what we're trying to do in doing that is we're ramping up our hotel, the sales side. So I brought in a young man, Chris Gendek. He's committed to Daviess County, Kentucky Wesleyan grad. And but he's traveled throughout Nashville and worked in a 5-star ski resort in Colorado, and he knows the market, and so he's already made a major impact. And if you might just let him have a couple of moments, I'd like him to introduce himself.
Is this Chris with you?
Chris is here.
All right, Chris, come on up, identify yourself, and give us a spiel.
All right. Judge and Commissioners, thank you for allowing me to speak and introduce myself real quick here. Chris Gendek with the CVB, live at 701 Maple Avenue here in Owensboro, Kentucky. Really, without Owensboro, I wouldn't be here today because my parents, my mom's from Muhlenberg County, my dad's from Chicago. They ended up meeting here in Owensboro several years ago, and they ended up getting married on the campus of Kentucky Wesleyan College. And they adopted me in December of 1988, so from South Korea, when I was 4 months old. So Owensboro holds a very special place to me. I'm very excited to be back here, had the opportunity to really help show the world in the United States what Owensboro-Daviess County really has to offer. Some of the hidden gems that we have here that is really getting on the map, and I'm going to help in those efforts to bring some of those people here. So far, really working on the state associations, really trying to partner with different community leaders as far as the convention center, the various hotels, and different stakeholders that we have to really kind of make a community effort to draw some bigger conventions to the county. Special shout out to Art. He's helped us really with one of them, with the Jailers Association. People like that. Sheriff Kane has helped us with trying to bring the Sheriff's Association back to Owensboro for a couple of years, working with the Kentucky Hospital Association as well. And Charlotte Wells, the interim president for the Economic Commission, has helped us with the Kentucky Economic Development Association, and we're actually going to attend that conference later in November to really try to get in front of those people to really see what Owensboro has to offer and bring them here to the convention center. So we're really relying on the community, really relying on the local people here to help us get in front of the decision makers with the state. And this is kind of the list, the 4-page list right here. All of these are booked or leads that I've been working on, and I've only been here for a couple months now. So really in October, November, and the rest of the year, just really kind of hitting the pavement hard, really going out there and making some connections to really try to draw some more people to the areas. So.
All right. Chris, thank you. Commissioners, any questions for Chris? I just make one statement. When we get the next downtown hotel, it should make it a little easier for you to attract those larger conventions. I know we would love to bring the judge executives, the Kentucky Association of Counties, and magistrates and commissioners, but it's really hard because a lot of times everybody wants them all within walking distance of the
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So we look forward to that next step in the downtown.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Anything else? Mark, is that it? Good. I was tired of listening to you. Art, I'm going to call you on up if you want to just take a few minutes.
Thank you, Judge, Commissioners, Fiscal Court. Just wanted to update. We got some technology changes at the jail, and we're pretty excited about them. We're hoping they'll go off without a hitch. One of them is Guard One software, which will put us in compliance with KCO, Kentucky Association of Counties. It has to do with surveillance and security rounds. The supervisor will get notification if the deputies are late helping individuals.
I'm assuming it'll put you in compliance with their insurance requirements.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Okay. Correct, Judge. And then we also have a new commissary company that will be starting November the 1st. They offer more services to the inmates, which will help the staff, and then also the inmates' families as well, including video visitation and then law library and some other services that we can utilize.
Has your contract with Southern Health Partners started?
October 27th.
October the 27th. So that we look forward to that, giving better, better health services to those who are incarcerated. Do you have off the top of your head, do you have the numbers of county prisoners are down?
Yes.
295.
Under 700 total.
Yeah.
We have 80 federal inmates,
Right.
24 Vanderburgh County, and then 15 from McLean County, and then around over 300 state
From the
inmates.
state. At about 295,
Yeah, a little bit
our own
over now.
that we have to pay for. Yeah.
276 county
Okay.
inmates.
Okay, so that's good. Anytime you can have that down and the paying customers up, we're all really happy, aren't we, Treasurer? Absolutely. All right. Anything else?
That's it, Judge.
How was your pumpkin patch this
It
year?
was good. We were expecting a few more, so we're a little disappointed. I think we distributed them to about 10 or 12 schools, so around 1,000 is what we ended up distributing.
I saw two commissioners out there at midnight
Oh,
rolling
still?
pumpkins out toward Highway 144. I'll give you their names later. Anything else?
That's it.
Commissioners, questions?
Did you say video visitation?
It offers video visitation services. Local families would still be able to visit at the jail, but it just offers we get inmates as far from Eastern Kentucky and then Tennessee as well, just making it easier for them to visit their inmates that are incarcerated.
That is pretty neat.
There's checks and balances with it too. You might have some questions.
Anything else? All right. Thank you, Jailer. Jenny, next item.
B, Treasurer's Report for September 2018.
Mr. Hendricks.
At the end of our first quarter, total cash is $30,752,234. The general fund is $11,210,648. And everything is within the expected boundaries, so I really have nothing else to report at this time.
Commissioners, questions or comments? This is just a presentation. We don't vote on it, but the copy of the report is on file and in our offices, and anyone that would like to review it's welcome to come. And Jenny, if they ask for it, you'll let them have it, right?
I'll let them have it.
That's what I was afraid of. All right, next item.
Item 2, consideration for approval, A, minutes of the October 4th, 2018 court meeting.
Approved.
I have a motion second. Commissioners, y'all had a copy of the minutes in your possession for some time. Any additions, deletions, or corrections? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries.
B, all claims for all departments.
Approved. Second.
I have a motion second. Again, Commissioners, you've all had a copy of the bills due and payable by Daviess County Fiscal Court in your possession for some time. Any questions of the treasurer at this time? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. Commissioners, if it's all right, we're going to move C down the agenda for a little bit. The sheriff is running just a little bit late.
D, contract with MML&K Government Solutions for fiscal year 18-19.
Move to approve. Second.
I have a motion second. Commissioners, this is a contract that we have for our county advocate. Typically, we would have renewed this earlier in the year. It's been going on a month-to-month issue. There has been no increase in price. We just need to formalize it so that when the when the auditor shows up, they don't beat up on the treasurer. Any question or comment? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries.
E, apply for litter abatement grant.
I approve. Second.
I have a motion second. David, you want to talk about this?
Yes, this is something we do annually. This is the Trash for Cash program, and we will not know the amount of money until later in the year. It's based on just a formula basis on how much money they get in. So.
Okay. Question or comment? This one comment, David. We don't just send young people or groups of people out on our highways and byways without training. Is that correct? There is some training that goes with it.
There's always adults present.
Yes. Okay.
And they have safety vests on, and we provide gloves and vests. And
so we do give them training and tell them not to pick up needles and sharp objects and things like that.
Yes, they are instructed what to pick up.
Any other question or comment?
I have a question, Judge.
Yes.
I just wanted to ask, are these county roads only?
These are county roads only.
That's what I thought, because I know I've heard some of the folks when I mentioned that maybe they should, submit their name to be to try to take on one of these projects that they weren't interested because they were thinking they might be out on the bypass or Highway 60, and so
these are only county roads.
Just county roads. And do you know what the payout is? How many miles they normally do?
But we'll have that will be decided once we get our amount of money in.
Okay. All right.
But he usually gives it 5 mile intervals, doesn't he?
Yes, it's usually 5 miles, but it depends on how much. Sometimes it depends. Sometimes we'll keep the rate the same per mile, but decrease the miles. So, in other words,
It's all dependent upon the value of.
Depends on how much money they give us, and how many people apply.
Okay. Other question or comment? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries.
F, award RFQ 011 2018 trailer floor repair for the transfer station. Bid 3318 transfer station concrete slab repair. 3518 a new fire engine for Thruston, and 3618 a new fire engine for Masonville.
I approve. Second.
I have a motion second. Commissioners, as usual, Jordan, I'm going to have you go through each one of these. We'll pause, see if there's any question or comment by the commissioners. Commissioner, on bid number 33, 2018, I'm going to recuse myself, and I'll get up and step out. Commissioner Castleton, would you take over for that?
Okay.
Jordan.
Yes, Judge. Starting with RFQ 11-2018, this item is to remove and repair floor slats and replace bearings and starter blocks for unit number 107, a 2016 East Tandem walking floor trailer. We received 3 quotes. Recommend pursuing the lowest quote by Magnum Welding in the amount of $11,124.76.
Commissioners, any question or comment?
Just
Go
for
ahead.
so the public knows, what is a new trailer normally cost ballpark? Right?
Roughly $60,000.
Jordan Magnum is the one that has typically gotten these bids, and we are pleased with the repair work, correct?
Yes, sir.
Magnum is a local company?
They are.
Okay. Let me remove myself, Commissioner Caslin.
And we'll vote on these at the end, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you're right. I'm going to remove myself from the conversation, and then I will recuse myself from the vote. Okay?
Okay, Jordan.
Yes, Commissioner. Bid 33-2018. This item is to repair half of the concrete slab floor at the Grimes Avenue transfer station. We received 2 bids and recommend the lowest and best evaluated bid of Nealon Excavating in the amount of $113,500. They had no exceptions to our bid specifications, and I recommend approval.
Okay. Commissioners, any questions?
I don't have a question, I have a comment. I believe that when we do this project, we're going to have to close obviously half the floor. So we're going to ask our people that would normally bring C, D, and D to the transfer station. They're going to have to go out to the landfill. So that'll be from 11:26 to 12:21. So, because we're just not going to have room for all of it. So all of our C, D, and D customers are going to have to make the trip. It's actually a little less money per ton, but still we're going to have to do that during that period of time when we're fixing this floor.
Okay. That's roughly a 1 month period then.
Yes.
Okay.
I just got a question. We'll put up some signage a couple weeks prior to, so they'll be aware.
I think they're getting ready to put, as soon as we vote on this, they're getting ready to put some signs up immediately. Plus any of the large vendors for C, D, and D, we're going to send them a letter.
Okay, that's good.
So everybody be as informed as we know how to do it. So.
Okay. Next item. Judge.
For the next 2 items, you were called that Knoxville Volunteer Fire Department totaled one of their fire trucks this year. To keep the fleet as a whole up to date and our county ISO rating intact, the court elected to move a replacement truck scheduled for next year up to this year to coincide with an already scheduled replacement truck. The rescheduled replacement will be offset by the insurance reimbursement that we received from the total truck. Bid 35-2018, this item was for a new Class A fire engine for the Thruston Philpott Volunteer Fire Department. We received 3 bids and recommend the lowest and best evaluated bid of High-Tech Rescue for the 2019 Twin 1250 GPM in the amount of $304,156.43. It should be noted the fiscal court will contribute $200,000 towards this purchase, with the balance to be paid by the Volunteer Fire Department per the replacement agreement. I recommend approval.
Any questions or comment on the last 2 bids? Welcome, Sheriff.
Judge, he hasn't gone the last one yet.
Oh, I thought he had.
No.
I thought you did both of them. I'm sorry. Okay.
Bid 36-2018. This was also for a new Class A fire engine for the Masonville Volunteer Fire Department. We received 4 bids and recommend the lowest and best evaluated bid of Finley Fire Equipment for the 2020 Freightliner N2106 in the amount of $284,000. It should be noted the fiscal court will also contribute $200,000 towards this purchase as well, with the balance to be paid by the Volunteer Fire Department. I recommend approval.
Question or comment?
Question, Judge.
Yes, sir.
I believe that one of these fire trucks is going to be given to another station, but on the second one, do we trade it in, or how do we get some
Yes.
Reimbursement for that?
Bid 35 does not have a trade-in. The truck that is replaced will be actually sent to Knoxville to replace the one that they totaled. Bid 36 has a trade-in that is actually on the bid sheet as a negative value. That number is net of the amount they're going to give us for it. So we'll get $13,000 for the old truck.
Okay, thank you.
You okay, Commissioner?
Yes.
Okay, if there are no other questions, any question or comment by the public? There being none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
And opposed? I am going to vote aye on all but item number 33, 2018, and show that I recuse myself on that bid. Next item, Jenny.
We're going to return to C. Davis County Sheriff's 2017 Unmined coal Quietus.
Move to approve.
Second.
I have a motion and second. Commissioners, the only reason it's called coal Quietus is so the sheriff knows more than you do. Sheriff, go ahead.
Thank you, Judge, Commissioners, Mr. Porter, Ms. Jenny. We're here requesting our county tax settlement for the 2017 unmined coal taxes. Normally, this is included as part of our regular tax settlement. However, the state was late in sending our unmined coal tax bills last year, thus requiring this separate settlement. The state certified 23 unmined coal tax bills totaling $4,320.68. At the end of collections, there were 7 delinquent bills, 4 of which the state has issued unknown owners. All taxes have been remitted to the taxing districts, so we're requesting our quotas for 2017 unmined coal taxes.
Thank you, Sheriff. Mr. Treasurer, have you looked at this and you're all right?
I have. It appears to be in order with our records, and I've been made aware of no situation or issues from any of the taxing districts.
Okay, anyone out there that wants to say anything? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you, Sheriff.
Thank you, Judge.
G, purchase a 3/4 ton 4x4 truck from the Kentucky State Master Agreement for the Road Department.
Made a motion. Approved.
Second.
I have a motion and second. Jordan.
Yes, Judge, we bid this item out in July of this year. Discovered there was an error in our specifications. Given this, we missed the opportune order time for the dealers to order a new vehicle, which resulted in no bids being received when we rebid this item. We're requesting approval to purchase a 2019 F-250 truck from the Kentucky State Master Agreement that is currently held by Paul Miller Ford in the amount of $28,163. You have the order sheet in your package showing the desired options, and I recommend approval.
So let me get this straight. There was an error in our bid package originally. We sent it back out for rebid, and we received no local bids from any of the local vendors.
That is correct.
Okay. Question or comment? There being none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
H, purchase an aluminum box culvert for Stanley Burke City Road from the Kentucky Transportation Cabinet Master Agreement.
Move to approve.
Second.
Have a motion second. Mr. Johnson, or are we going to take it over to the engineer? Come on, engineer.
Yes, Judge. We have been made aware of an extremely large pipe on Stanley Burke City Road that is showing signs of distress. We've looked at it. The pipe is rotting out. This is an opportune time for the road department to proceed with its replacement, being wintertime and fall, before snow and ice and everything else is slowing down. So we've contacted the vendor for the highway department's master agreement. They've agreed to keep those prices for us in regards to a aluminum box culvert, similar size or at least hydraulic opening as the pipe. So I recommend approval of this agreement for us to purchase this and install this over the winter.
Question or comment?
I got a question.
Yes, sir.
Mark, on this culvert, is it a lot thicker made culvert than our standard culverts?
Well, all the culverts depend on the size or different gauges, but yes, this is a nice box culvert. I've seen a couple of them put on in Davis County on state highways. They've I've had a lot of luck across the state with this type of box culvert. It's like putting together a pipe. It's multiple parts. Our guys are going to install, put it together and install it. So we're also getting head walls with this. Not a lot of shoulders out on this road at this location. So we should make the situation better with the box culvert, the hydraulic opening, and the head walls.
It gives us a lot more flow too, on it being square versus round.
I believe so. It's real similar to the hydraulic opening of the existing pipe, but that existing pipe is also buried some, so we should end up with a net plus.
Okay, thank you.
I think, and Commissioner, I see, but I think that you'll find a lot less blockage or stoppage on the inlet of that culvert because it's a box as opposed to being round. Yes, sir.
Is this when you come off of Fogle Road onto Stanley Burke City? Is this off to the right where you're heading towards Burke City, or is it off to the left?
Coming off Fogle?
Yes.
If you're on Fogle and you get to Stanley Burke City, you'll make a left. You'll go just past Hagen Lane South, and it's maybe 500 to 1,000 foot towards, what was it, 1550?
Yeah, I know where it is. Okay. Thank you.
Any other question or comment? Didn't know that culverts were that interesting. Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. I would open it back up, George, if you want to say
I was
something.
just going to say they're not.
Okay. Next item, Jenny.
3, consideration for discussion. A, other business to be brought before the court. I have none.
All righty, next item.
B, public comments.
This is the time during our meeting in which we invite the public to come forward, identify yourself. You're welcome to speak on anything other than what was on the agenda. We have no takers.
C, comments by Davis Fiscal Court.
Commissioner Coger.
I believe this Saturday we're collecting the, is it the waste material? Is that this Saturday, David?
Talks away.
Yes, the Talks Away Day is this Saturday at the Operations Center.
Okay, just want to let everybody know that, load it up and get rid of it. Thank you.
Any other comment? Commissioner Wathen.
Pass.
Commissioner Caslin.
I'll pass.
Tonight we have the grand opening of the Bluegrass Music Center and Museum, whatever. I don't know what the formal name is, so I would invite the public to come out at some point and take a stroll around the grounds and see what's going on. I would tell you that the walking trail at Yellow Creek Park, the concrete trail that replaced the covered bridge, is now open. I think the handrails are a little bit cattywampus, aren't they, Mark?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Never mind, it wasn't that important. We are moving forward on the spray park. I think decent weather. Mark, they didn't pour today, did they?
No, they did not. I think we're looking at next week.
Okay, sometime next week. I know they've got the rebar in, everything's leveled up. It's really taking shape. Probably, we'll talk about this. We'll look at opening it Memorial Day. Be a good time to open it up and invite all the kids out. Apple Festival this Saturday and Sunday. It's always a fun time. Sorghum Festival, I think, up in Hallsville, if I'm not mistaken.
If you like sorghum.
And I love sorghum, a little sorghum butter and biscuits. My daddy used to lap it up. This weekend, just to shout out, I've got a gazillion nieces and nephews, and the middle gazillion, Jennifer, is getting married, so we're very pleased with her and her fiance. It's going to be a lot of fun, but we got all the Mattingly clan coming into Owensboro-Daviess County, so you're not going to see me around. I'm going to be with family.
You going to put them up, or is it going to help our CBB revenues?
No. Somebody will put them up, but not me. I think, did I say anything about tonight, Right to Life? Tonight is Right to Life banquet. We've got a lot of things happening throughout the rest of this week. Halloween's fast approaching, and then we get right into to Veterans Day, and we're looking forward, Jenny, to getting all those programs that we will be invited to attend, and then the Christmas parade. So it's, holidays are fast approaching. I think I counted the other day, and it's about 60 days till Santa Claus shows up.
Cool.
Looking forward to it.
Yes, absolutely.
If there's no other business to be brought before Daviess County Fiscal Court without exception, we're adjourned.